Yo, what's going on, guys? Mush back at it with another video. Want to give you guys a heads up on a free title that dropped on Steam. It's free forever. It is a 99% very positive received free game. So I feel like with that kind of a reception, 195 Steam user reviews as well. If you're into fast-paced, action-heavy games, might be something worthwhile to check out. And again, really solid reception. Came out about a week or so ago, but I'll give mention to that. Speaking of free, we do have a free game over on the Epic Game Store. I do believe this is a repeat freebie, which is a little bit of a bummer when we do see more and more of these. I feel like Epic Game Store has been having more of these, but you know, probably costs quite a pretty penny to get big games given away for free. And the holidays are coming up as well, and generally speaking, they do try to go all out during that holiday period. So we'll cover that. We got some notable freebies next week as well on Epic Game Store, and our friends at Fanatical are running some pretty good game deals that we'll highlight at the end of this video. A couple of them a little bit on the pricier side, you know, north of $10, I'm sorry, but then we've got some other deals that are a little bit cheaper. So something for everyone there. And we'll get to those at the end of this video. But first of all, I do want to mention this Steam title. Evil Egg is available for free. Evil Egg was an ecstatic twin-stick nightmare known for its brutal shooting action and intensive audio-visual effects. Infinite horrors tear apart a world of little green men. The only hope an errant hatchling, the last known Evil Egg arcade cabinet to remain, was recovered in Eugene, Oregon, found in a state of extreme disrepair. This digital release is a faithful emulation of the original hardware made possible by a restoration effort led by a small team of dedicated preservationists. The private collector responsible for the machine's donation has asked to remain anonymous. Classic fully analog twin-stick blasting, unique assortment of enemies, hazards, power-ups, and artifacts, infinite levels if you can reach them, score system, rewarding skill, and fun online leaderboards, and more. Again, very positive reception on this one. 165 reviews, 99% positive. And yeah, if you want something that's a fast-paced twin-stick bullet hell style game, you'll find that with Evil Egg. Again, that's available totally for free. Alright, moving on from that, we do have Felix the Reaper. That is available free on the Epic Game Store, typically $9.99, but free right now. You take on the role as Felix, whose job is to make sure that people die. To do this, Felix must work in the shadows and rearrange fate so that death is always the end result. At its core, the game is about manipulating shadows so that Felix can set up his targets safely, covered by the shadows. The core gameplay has a hitman, Monument Valleying, and Sogaban-like simplicity running through it. Rule 1, stick to the shadows. Rule 2, control the shadows. And Rule 3, make sure people die. Challenging single-player puzzle game. Take on the job as the Reaper and make sure people die. Make sure to stay in the shadows. Light is the domain of life, not good. Control the shadows to reach your target. Enjoy a framing narrative of dangerous love and peculiar characters. Dance along with Felix to an original soundtrack from 10-plus indie music artists. Unlock time trials and hardcore levels for an extra challenge as well. That is available totally for free. $9.99 on that. And next week, Epic Game Store will be giving away 2 free titles. Scourgebringer, which is a really well-received, fast-paced, moving roguelike platformer and throwback visual style there. And Song of Silence, another game that's been pretty well-received. More of a tactics, turn-based strategy title. Their Song of Silence and Scourgebringer will be available free next week, and Song of Silence will be released for the first time on the Epic Game Store, I believe, next week as well, and it'll just be coming straight out free. Pretty cool stuff there, so have a gander at that next week. But for now, Evil Egg and Felix the Reaper available both for free. Evil Egg on Steam, Felix the Reaper available on the Epic Game Store. Alright, moving on from that, we do have some good deals from our friends over at Fanatical. Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth is $18.89. I really enjoyed Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth. I thought it was a great game, although from a narrative standpoint, definitely a little bit below Yakuza Like a Dragon. And saying a little bit below is probably giving it too much credit. There's a lot of good things about Infinite Wealth from a story standpoint, like the return of Kiryu, and you know, it has a lot of fan service in the game, especially with its side content. But no, the core narrative definitely not as strong as Yakuza Like a Dragon. But to be fair, Yakuza Like a Dragon is also one of the best core narratives in an RPG game of all time, so that's not really saying that much. this is a game at the very least you have to have played Yakuza Like a Dragon, since it is a direct sequel to that, and really it would benefit you to play a lot of the Kiryu Yakuza games as well, like Yakuza 0, Yakuza Kiwami, Kiwami 2. I would highly recommend you to play all of those. If you don't want to play the Kiryu games, you can still play this, but you won't get as much out of it. Again, this game was kind of like a love letter to the people that have been following along Kiryu's journey throughout the core Yakuza games, the pre-Ichiban title. So take that for what you will. $18.89 on that thing. It's a really good price. Definitely would recommend that. Persona 5 Royal is 69% off for $18.59. Generally considered to be one of the greatest JRPGs of all time, and really, I can understand where people are coming from with that. You know, I did enjoy Metaphor more, but Persona 5 Royal is a tremendous game, and for $18.59, it's a great price. Great soundtrack, great characters. The visual style is phenomenal. Like, even though this is originally a PS3 game in Persona 5, like, the art style is just so great, and it looks fantastic, so much style to it, and again, a lot of depth, and even though it's got a school setting, I mean, that story gets pretty mature, all things considered, so $18.59 on that, great deal there. Mega Man Battle Network Legacy Collection, 73% off for $16.49. If you know me, you know I'm an absolute sucker for these games. I grew up playing Mega Man Battle Network, so having these games in one collection is pretty tremendous, and, you know, these games are just fantastic. Now, the thing is, they are originally Game Boy Advance games, so they're absolutely going to show their age, and Battle Network 1 really is a absolutely archaic experience. I guess Game Boy Advance games are generally going to be pretty archaic, but my goodness, Battle Network, going back and playing Battle Network 1, I'm like, man, I can tell why people were dropping the game and the collection entirely, because they tried to play Battle Network 1 and then they're like, what is this? Especially by the end. Like, the foundation of Battle Network was set with Battle Network 1, but Battle Network 2 really got things going and just made the games a lot better, and from then on, I thought they were quite good. Battle Network 4 is, I know, pretty divisive as well, but I enjoy Battle Network 4 for what it is, and Battle Network 1 is still a decent game to go through. It's just definitely a bit dated, but overall, $16.49 for all the games. You're getting a great deal there. Dragon Ball Z Kakarot is $12.79 for the base game. That is the base game. The Master Edition is $60. That includes the Daima DLC as well. Honestly, the Daima edition isn't all too bad. $29.99, given that gives you the Daima DLC, and the Daima DLC was like $35 standalone, so the Daima edition being down to $30, it's $5 less than what the Daima DLC launched with, but that won't give you the other Season Pass content. Really, I would wait for the Master Edition to be heavily discounted, but it is what it is. Like, yeah, and by the way, there were 2 Season Passes. Yeah, not just one. There was Season Pass 1 and Season Pass 2. Yeah, there's a lot of content that's tied to the 2 Season Passes. There potentially could be more. They could do some sort of Broly DLC. They could do... There's a lot of Dragon Ball stuff that they could do if they want to get more mileage out of DBZ Kakarot. I mean, I don't think it's the craziest idea in the world to do more DLC, and maybe they could re-release the game on the PlayStation 6. I don't know, but... we'll see if that happens. The base game for $12.79 I think is pretty good, though. Ace Combat 7 Skies Unknown, $5.39 on that. Great fast-paced action flight title, great soundtrack, and it never was crazy about Ace Combat from a narrative standpoint, but overall, a high-quality game, and for $5.39, a no-brainer there. Definitely a good pickup for that. But that is going to do it for me. Again, check out Evil Egg. That is available free. A very positive received. 195 reviews, by the way. I think I said like 165, but 195 reviews, 99%. Good pickup there, given it's free. Felix the Reaper, that is available free as well. Scourgebringer and Song of Sounds free next week, and some good deals from Fanatical. Links in the description box below. If you do buy anything from Fanatical, I get an affiliate kickback, which is much appreciated, but that'll do it for me. Let me know all of your thoughts in the comment section down below, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out. Hey, what's going on, guys? Mush here again. Hope you enjoyed the video. As you guys might know, YouTube's notification system is sometimes a little bit wonky, even if you're subscribed to the channel. Maybe you're not abundantly aware that I uploaded a video. To remedy that situation, make sure you hit the bell notification button. This way, whenever I upload a new video, and I try to upload as consistently as possible, you will be notified directly of the upload, and you can watch it as soon as it goes live. I would really appreciate if you guys hit that button so you can stay up to date with all of the content I'm posting. But as always, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.